The realm. Do you know what the realm is? It's the 1,000 blades of Aegon's enemies. A story we agreed to tell each other over and over till we forget that it's a lie.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another Game of Thrones video. As you can see by the title of the video, I want to talk about the new deleted scenes from Game of Thrones. I don't know how many of you have seen these yet, but I do have to say they're very interesting. The deleted scenes I want to show you today all have to do with Bran Stark. Now, as we all know, Bran has had many different dreams, visions, and flashbacks over the years. This started happening right after Jaime had thrown Bran from the tower window. It was at this time when the Three-Eyed Raven started to visit Bran in his dreams. This is when Bran started to open his third eye, which allows him to see certain events from the past, present, and even the future. Most of us have been trying to decipher what all the different visions actually mean. Some say these visions could be possible clues to how Game of Thrones will end. Since HBO decided to delete these scenes, maybe that's because they gave away too much information. Well, I guess since we are only a couple weeks away from the final season, they decided to release the deleted scenes. What I want to do today is take a look at the scenes to see if we can find any clues about how the show could end. Now, before we get started, I do want to give everyone a heads up. Some of the scenes I will show you today could be seen as a little creepy to say the least. If I were you, I would not watch the video at work or around any little kids. As we all know, ever since Bran Stark has become the new Three-Eyed Raven, he has started to act a lot different than he used to. One of the biggest examples of this was when Bran and Sansa reunited last season. During their conversation out by the weirwood tree, Bran said something to Sansa that appeared to send chills down her spine. For some reason, Bran thought it was a good idea to talk about one of the most traumatizing moments in Sansa's life. In case any of you forgot, take a look at the scene.
It was so beautiful that night. Snow falling. Just like now. And you were so beautiful. In your white wedding dress.
I have to go back inside, Bran.
I'll stay a bit longer.
I really don't know why Bran chose to talk about that, but it just goes to show you what type of thoughts and images he has floating around inside of his head. I guess we all should have seen that coming because Bran has been watching characters have sex ever since the very first episode of the show. We all can't forget the scene when Bran caught Cersei and Jaime having sex together, which essentially kicked off the entire story.
Stop! Stop!
Are you completely mad?
He saw us!
That's all right, it's all right, it's all right.
He saw us!
I heard you the first time.
Then, of course, we have the scene from last season, where we got one of our biggest revelations. Bran saw Rhaegar and Lyanna get married at the exact same time Jon and Daenerys were having sex. So it does become quite clear that Bran has some sort of connection to some of the other characters' most intimate moments. Now let's take a look at the scenes because there may be some new clues about how Game of Thrones ends. The first scene takes place right after Bran and Meera escape from the Three-Eyed Raven's cave. This was when Bran was having to download basically the entire history of Westeros. As Meera is trying to run from all the whites, Bran is downloading all the different images from some of the biggest events over the course of the story. The only difference is HBO deleted one of the scenes from Bran's vision. I'm not really sure why Bran had to see that scene, but it might be very telling. Let's take a look. Wow. Okay, for some reason Bran was watching Dany and Drogo have sex? I guess we should not be surprised when it comes to Bran Stark. Now what does it actually mean? Well, maybe it has something to do with Dany's vision at the House of the Undying. Maybe Daenerys and Khal Drogo are meant to reunite in the afterlife. Or Bran just wanted to watch Dany have sex. I don't know. Let's move on to the next deleted scene. This one might reveal a little more information that we can actually use. This deleted scene is from the very first season of the show. I believe this is from one of Bran Stark's dreams. Now, most of what he sees are things that are telling him to find the three-eyed raven. This would all eventually lead to Bran becoming the new three-eyed raven, but HBO deleted one scene that may be indicating something else. There has to be a good reason why Bran was originally shown this clue. Let's see what it is.
For me,
You would be a wonderful king.
What the hell was that all about? Why did Bran need to see Renly and Loras? Was that meant to be some of the foreshadowing for Renly raising his banners against the crown and his own brother? That sort of is what Loras was talking about in that scene, but what else could it mean? Maybe Loras going down on Renly was symbolizing something. Maybe that means Bran will have to escape from Winterfell then head down south, but where would he go? I'm not exactly sure just yet, but let's watch some of the other deleted scenes because maybe they all connect in some way. Now, the next deleted scene is when Bran, Hodor, Jojen, and Meera are traveling north beyond the wall. This is when Bran has Hodor sit him down in front of the weirwood tree. I believe this is the first time we see Bran touch a tree to download visions. What he sees this time is slightly different than what HBO originally released. Let's have a look. Maybe this one is easier to dissect.
look for me.
It is true what they say about the northern gals.
Okay, I don't know what the hell that was all about, but I am starting to notice a bit of a pattern here. Bran is either the biggest creep in Westeros, or maybe that just means they're all fucked. Now, we did see Ros and Tyrion in this scene. Maybe this one is symbolizing something as well. We saw Ros going down on Tyrion, so maybe Bran really does have to go south to beat the Night King. I don't know what else this could mean. Now, there is one last vision, and I do believe this one gives us the biggest clue. Now, this one takes place when Bran is training with the Three-Eyed Raven. This is when Bran notices the Three-Eyed Raven has his eyes closed. So, Bran takes advantage of the opportunity, that way he can go exploring inside of the weirwood net by himself. If you remember correctly, this was when the Night King reaches out and grabs Bran by the arm. That was what we ended up getting to see in the show, but HBO originally had a different scene in mind. For some reason, they decided to delete one of the other things that Bran saw during that scene. So let's take a look to see what Bran sees.
I do believe my lord's in love.
For many years. Most of my life, really. Play with her ass.
Holy shit. Now that is very interesting. What the hell could that actually mean? Why did Bran see Littlefinger telling Ros to stick a finger in her ass? Could that have been the foreshadowing for Bran having to reveal all of Littlefinger's dirty little secrets? Or does that mean Bran will have to leave Winterfell to travel down to the god's brown eye? I don't know, but I have a feeling that fans will be analyzing that vision for many years to come. Let me know what you think about all of this. I need everyone to help me decipher these new deleted scenes. Leave your thoughts down below. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for watching today's video. I really appreciate that, and I also want to thank everyone on Patreon for supporting the channel. I hope everyone has a great April Fool's Day, and I hope to see you all come back for the next one. Bye.